Hi there, Sam Sorbo here to talk to you about home education. Now, a lot of parents with the coronavirus scare are bringing their kids back home because either the schools are closing or they're just saying, wow, I just don't want to risk it and I'm going to keep my kid home. And so now you're in a perfect homeschool setting, but you have no idea what to do. So I have a couple stories for you to maybe help you get started on this way. First story, when I was younger, I was modeling, and basically every job was possibly my last job, so I would never turn down work. And so it got to the point where every year I wouldn't take a vacation when sort of Labor Day, the end of summer rolled around. I was so exhausted because I just had worked all year long that I would have an accident, hurt myself, and be on what I called forced vacation. And let me tell you, it took years for me to work up to that. I remember one year I actually laid a motorcycle down on my leg and injured myself so badly I had to go to the emergency room. We bandaged me up. The next day I was on a train at 6 a.m. to go to work, and I worked with a bandaged leg. They just cropped all the photos. So it took a lot for me to not go to work. But in those times when I did have the what I call forced vacation, I started to appreciate what that was. And so I want you to take a moment, you parents who are newly sort of newly saddled with your children at home all day with you. I want to challenge you to look at this as an opportunity. And I want you to think about this not as in, oh my goodness, how am I going to give my children the education that they would otherwise be getting in the public schools, but look at it as an opportunity to develop a stronger, closer bond relationship with your child. So one of the things that I'd like you to do is think about teaching children about your life. Teach them about what it's like to be in your life. I encourage parents never to talk down to their children. Involve them as if they were young adults who were not knowledgeable, right? So you involve them on just a very basic level, but you bring them to the bank and you say, this is the bank teller, this is how we deposit checks, or this is how we withdraw money, and this is what we say. And when you meet the bank teller, and she says, how are you? You don't just answer, good, and you give your children the words to have those conversations. This is why homeschooled kids typically are a lot better socialized than kids who spend all day, every day, with their peers who don't know how to carry on a conversation with an adult. And so you say to your child, and I remember doing this with my kids, I say, oh darling, okay, we don't answer just with good because we want to further the conversation. So instead of saying, I'm good, you say, very well, thank you, how are you doing? And I remember the first time, the time after that my daughter said, very well, thank you, how are you doing? And the person said, oh, I'm fine, thank you for asking. And my daughter was like thrilled that she had done something that got her a response from the adult that was an interact. I just remember that. So I'm encouraging you today, don't think about, oh my gosh, how am I going to replace the school at home? Think about, how am I going to use this opportunity to grow my relationship with my child and have fun, because this is a fantastic opportunity for you and for your child. And you may discover some things that you didn't know, and you may discover a little bit of the joy of homeschooling instead of all the fear that's associated with it. All right, go have a great rest of your day and check back again. I'll be making more videos.